welcome to 3D Leisure at Home with me, Gail. Sorry I had a bit of problems with getting on, so just going to get straight to it. I'm going to do half an hour fitness Pilates, and hopefully you're joining me as well. Work through every exercise. I'll give you options to make it easier or harder. We're just going to start today on the mat. So we're just going to come down and sit, and with the legs slightly bent, feet flat. So just going to warm up slowly, just doing a little bit of mobility for the spine. So we're just going to hands below the knees, and we're just going to lift the chest, breathe in and squeeze back. On our out breath, we're just going to sink back, curved back and chin down. We're going to have a couple of breaths here, so breathing is always in through your nose, nice and deep, and out through the mouth. A couple of more breaths, allow the chin to sink down. And then we're going to lift again, squeeze back, shoulder blades pushing, elbows back and shoulders away from the ears, nice and flat back. We'll have a couple of breaths here. Trying to elongate your spine, crown of the head lifting to the ceiling. And then we're going to sink back again. And then we're going to just do in breath, lifting up and a squeeze down of the elbows back and in with the shoulders. And out breath, dropping back, chin down. In breath, squeeze. And out breath, curl. And from there, we're just going to lean back. So we're going to take it into a curved back. So the feet are not too close. Tummy down tight, guys. Arms forward. And then on our out breath, we're going to take it into our flat back. And we're just going to lean back. We're going to hold this tummy in nice and tight. And then we're just going to split the hands. In breath and out. In breath and out. Try and get the arms up in line with the ears. And keep breathing, holding your breath. Nice long spine, chest lifting. And come up, and again, breathe in, lift. And breathe out, curl. In breath, lift. And out breath, curl. And then we're going to roll down. So we're going to roll down to halfway with bent legs. So we take a deep breath in through the nose. And we breathe out, and we're curling the spine this time. So we're coming down to about halfway. And then in breath, we reach up, flatten our back. And out breath, we drop back to halfway. In breath, we reach up. And out breath, back. And then from there, we're going to take it out to straight legs. And from there, we're going to roll all the way down. If you prefer to stay bent legs on this, you can stay bent legs. So take the arms up to a big, long stretch. In breath. And out breath, roll down, bone by bone, nice and slow. Up the back, nice and slow, into your stretch. In breath, we're going to reach up, pull ourselves up to that flat back. And out breath, roll down. Into a long stretch, spine flat, pushing down with the base of the back. Lower back pushing in. Lengthen the fingertips, lengthen the toes. Couple of breaths here. And from there, we're just going to take one knee into chest. Hug that knee. Pointed toe, and then we're going to lift the chest up. If you wish to make this harder, we lift the toe so the foot is barely off the floor. And then we take the hands to the temples and we squeeze. Breathe out and in, out and in. If this is too difficult, take that leg down onto the floor and keep squeezing. Really work to tighten up the core. And then give a little hug, let the head rest, draw back the knees. And then we change sides, so we take the other leg out, draw the knee in, lift the head up to get this little tight crunch onto the waist, onto the tummy. Lift the leg to make it harder, leg on the ground to make it easier. Hands to temples, trying to keep that same distance. And breathe out and squeeze up and in. Breathe out and in. Easier, leg on the floor, squeezing extra tight. Keep this good posture. Knee drawn back to the chest. Pointed toes and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And in. And out. And in and hug. A little tight hug. Rock side to side. And then we're going to do our switch pull. So we're going to draw one knee in. So you can either have the head on the mat, so we breathe in and breathe out. You can lift the head to make that harder. Legs higher, easier. Lower, much harder. Pushing up will add a little extra effort into this crunch. So we squeeze, so we're in breath on one and out breath on the other. In breath and out. In breath and out. So really squeeze that belly button down. Navel to spine, squeeze it. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And hug and rest. Couple of tight squeezes, rocking side to side. And then we're going to come up, drawing underneath the knees with the hands and drawing yourself up. And then we're going to have the hands down. So we're going to do reverse tabletop. So the legs are back, hands are forward, preferably. So forward fingertips to the toes, but if you do need to have your hands in a different position, then you can do that. So we want to lift the bottom up and really work to push the feet down into the mat. We're going to look down at the belly button. So we lift nice and slowly into sort of reverse tabletop. So you feel a stretch across the shoulders and the chest. We're going to lift, hips level, guys. Squeezing, tummy down. If you can't lift as high, just lift to where you can. And then we're going to come down and have a little rest. So we're going to make that a little bit harder. So we're going to be lifting one foot and then the other one. So nice and high, lift again, lift up into your tabletop, reverse tabletop. Squeezing. And from here we're going to lift. So we're going to lift onto the toe. So up, out breath and in. Other side and in. So now my ankles are cracking. So waking up my ankles, keeping my hips level. We just lift from one side onto the toe. So we lift and lower, lift and lower. And if you need to rest in between, just come down and then come back up when you're ready. And resting, nice and slow, really feeling that across the shoulders. There's a great stretch to open up the body, wake us up. And we are now going to be lifting both feet. So if you want to stay with singles, stay with singles. If you want to stay flat-footed, you can do that. And just rest whenever you need the rest. Work to your own level, guys. And we take a deep breath in before we start, and let's just breathe out as we lift. couple of breaths naturally here. And we're going to lift on out breath. So take a deep breath in and we lift on out breath. In breath down. Lifting on out breath. Don't let the ankles kind of ride out. Try and keep onto all toes. We lift, we're looking down at the belly button. So we lift and lower and really squeeze and lower. Well done. It's really tough. Okay, let's give a little roll of the shoulders. Just going to open out and in, just to kind of give these little shoulders a release. So we're just going to take it back, leaning back again, and we're going to just hold on to the knees. So we're going to lean back into a tight squeeze of the abs. So tummy extra tight here. Really squeezing. And then we're going to lift the hands off as if we're hugging somebody. So we've got this little circular arms with the chin lifted. We're going to squeeze that belly button. We're going to keep this chin up. Really focus on the tummy drawing down. Now the lower you are with the back, the harder this will be. And then we're going to open up. So in breath, we reach back, and out breath. In breath and out. In breath and out. In and out. Last one. And then give a little hug. Breathe in. And breathe out. Head down. Neck and back stretch. In breath lift. And out breath squeeze. And back. So we're going to take the arms back up. We're going to sink back into our curved back. Holding this position with the chin up. And then we're going to take the two arms to a twist to the side. So we're just going to twist over and then take the arms into a rainbow. The other side, come up, twist, take it back. So again, we're going to twist, arms into rainbow and twist. So breathing in, breathe out, twist, in breath over, out breath lift and take it back. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, sink back, take it to your twist, rainbow arms, up and twist, bring it back. And again, deep breath in, lean back, breathe out, twist as much as you can, rainbow arms, little twist as you come slightly up and back to centre. We'll do that one more time. Take a deep breath in, lean back, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, twist and back. Well done. Taking the hands back, again, fingers facing forward. We're going to take the legs long, toes pointed, and we're going to try and lift. Now if this is too hard, doing a reverse plank, just go back to the tabletop lift, reverse tabletop. So we have long toes, fingers forward, and we're just trying to lift here, and lift, and head can rest. Keeping the hips pushing up, toes long, nice long toes, keep your hips pushing up, and come down and have a rest. Now if it's too difficult, go back to your reverse tabletop, bent legs with a lift. Coming back up again, just lifting. On out breath, we lift. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And out breath, we lift. Hold. And coming down and resting. Bending the legs. Lifting up. Breathing out, rolling. In breath, lift. And out breath, roll, and then we're going to come back into reverse tabletop. So coming up into our reverse tabletop, and if you can, we're going to lift one leg out, turning the little pinky toe out, and we take that leg down and up. So down and up, breathe in, breathe out, keeping the hips up. If it's too difficult, just stay in your reverse tabletop, leg down and set. Repeating that on the other side, so maybe a good little point is to have your feet together before you start so that your balance is better on your lift. So when you do lift your leg, then the other leg is closer. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, push up, the other leg comes out, toe pointing, pinky down, toe up, and breathe in and breathe out. Try and keep the hips up, breathe in and breathe out, and bring it down and set. Let's roll down and let's stretch out. So rolling down nice and slow, lengthen the toes. Couple of breaths here just to flatten that small of the back down, imprinting the mat. Nice big deep breath in and breathing out, sinking down. And from here we're going to just take one leg, draw that leg and try and bring yourself up onto your sit bones. So we're sitting up nice and tall, in a hand on the leg, and we lift the chest as we open back and come back in. So breathing in, stretching back, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, and then we lift that leg into stretch. You can have bent leg on the floor to make this easier. We're drawing this leg back, flat back, chest lifted, and then we change legs. So we roll down first. We're going to take ourselves down into the stretch, long fingertips, long toes, push down with the small of the back. Couple of breaths. Take the opposite leg up, take hold of that leg and bring yourself up into the sit bone position. Long arms, we let go out of hand and we breathe in and breathe out. Think of like this pencil squeezing between your shoulder blades. We stretch and back, and then lift this leg up. Keep that flat back, just take the leg up to stretch. Breathe in, draw back on out breath. In breath, hold. Out breath, release. Take that leg down, bend the legs. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're just going to try here and have a roll down with the toes together. So we roll down, take the toes together so the two big toes touch, and then we drop the knees out. Try and relax the knees, the legs. Breathing in, relax into this position first. Allow the stretch to open up your hips, and then we're going to just reach up. So we take a deep breath in and then we breathe out, we reach, breathe in, down, breathe out and in, breathe out and in. So really draw that belly button, try and let the legs relax out, breathe out and in. And from there we can take the toes up and then we reach, breathe out and in, breathe out and in. So let those knees drop. Really squeeze that belly button down. Reach as much as you can through these legs. In breath, out breath. In breath, out. In breath and out, and relax. Little hug underneath the knees, draw yourselves up. We're just going to do a little toes together, flat back, hug, this little circle of arms. Going to lift the arms up, and then as we draw the arms down to the floor, you want to lift your legs out. So we breathe out and in, breathe out and in. So it's really hard, so you try and focus on this tight tummy. So breathe out and in, out and in. You might be able to take those legs wider than me. Breathe out and in. Really try and spread those toes, so that long toes. Really squeeze that belly button, guys. Draw the arms down and stretch. Breathe out and lift. Out breath and lift. And last one. Well done. So tough. Really feel that in the hip joints. So if you're like me, I'm quite tight in my hips. You might be loose, so those legs might be able to open a lot wider. So we're now going to take hold of underneath the legs. Lift one leg, then the other one. Get your balance. Lift the chest. Keep a couple of good breaths here. And then you want to take the legs up. So we take the legs up and hold. If it's too difficult, just stay in your bent legs. Stomach is nice and tight. And I'm going to keep a hold of under one leg. And the leg I'm letting go, I'm lifting the same arm up. So I breathe in and breathe out. So really hug. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Swap. Breathe in, breathe out. In breath and out breath. In breath and out. You can stay on the same leg if you feel it's too hard to balance. Hold and just do one leg. You can tap or hold. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, and then I'm swapping legs. Tummy tight. In breath and out. In breath and out. Try and keep the chest nice and high. The belly button drawn in. And then hold and split the legs. Chest lifting. If you do need to put your hands behind on the floor, you can just hold these legs out, draw the belly button in. Bring those legs to a little pointed toes, and out breath, squeeze. In breath, big toes together, diamond. Out breath, squeeze. In breath, diamond. Out breath, and in breath, diamond, and hold. Keep holding. Bring those toes back. Bring the knees in and just roll onto the side. We're just going to do a little elbow plank. So you want your hips to be forward before you lift, and the knee down is your first. So you push up and always on your shoulders above. Now if you wish to just take one foot in front of the other to make this a little bit harder, then lift. You can double up your mat, foot on top of each other is a little bit harder. And then we breathe in, down, and breathe out, push up. In breath and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In breath and out. In and out. Breathe in, breathe out. So really push up, hold. Extend the arm above your head. Nice long stretch. And then we breathe out and in. If this is too difficult, have one knee on the floor. And in and out, and hold and rest. bringing her up, swinging the legs round, onto the other side, back into your elbow plank, lift, keep the shoulders nice and long with the top arm and knee on the mat. And then if you wish to take one foot in front and hold, and then one foot on top, or stay with any one or the ones you just done. And then in breath down, out breath push up. In breath and out. In breath and out. Breathing in, breathing out. In breath and out. In and out, extend the arm above your head, and then out breath and in. And you can be on the mat for this. Breathe, nearly done. Come on guys. Last one. And rest. Bring those knees into 90-90. Both legs bent, bring it round, lift the chest, push forward from the hips, nice long lift of the body. Focus on breathing. You can come down onto the elbows, get an added stretch, or you can have both arms on top and head rested. Breathe through it, nice and slow. And sink down, enjoy the stretch. You can move back with the arms and the head if it's not enough of a stretch. And from there we're going to push up. Bring yourselves up, swing the legs round to the other side. Hands round to the side. Scoop that chest up and hip forward. And breathe. Coming down is a little bit more of a stretch onto the elbows. You can stay here if you wish, or you can come right down. Wherever feels good for your own body, guys, just work with it. Just try it and breathe. And rest. Relax into your stretch is important. Don't hold your breath. From there, we're going to push up. We're going to bring it back in. We're going to take the legs, toes together, and drop the knees. Now lift your chest as you push down. So if you're pushing down, you can have your hands behind on the mat if you wish. Just lift your chest as the knees push down. Keep that chin up. Breathing out, squeezing. From here, we're going to take the legs nice and long and just have the legs wide. Reaching over on in breath, we lift up, and out breath, we come into a C. If you wish to come lower, you can come right down. Try and lift the shoulder back. Breathe through it. Just come to where you can. You might not be low. Wherever it is fine. Breathing in. And breathing out, and then breathe naturally. Sink a bit lower. Try and lift that chest as you drop down. And then we come up. We take the legs together. We breathe in, we hinge, lift. We breathe out, we reach forward. We breathe in, we lift the chest and the arms. We breathe out, we just sink forward, flat back. And then on the next out breath, we fold. Allow the body to curl, the head to come down. And breathe. Focus on trying to get lower onto these legs. Drop that head, don't hold tension in the neck. And nice and slowly, on your next out breath, I want you to roll up, arching the back, rolling up and taking the head back up, crossing the legs to just comfortable position. Cushion can be underneath your bottom to make it more comfortable. And we're just going to just do a little twist, hand behind, opposite hand on the knee, lifting the chest on in-breath and drawing ourselves round to look back on out-breath. If there is neck pain as you look back, just keep the head side on. Squeeze the shoulder back. Couple of breaths. And then next in-breath, come back round to the front. Next out-breath, we twist. Look back over the shoulder if you can. Coming back, absolute push out on your out breath. In breath and out breath. Dropping my head now to get a little neck stretch added in here. Arms coming back, chin lifted. Breathe out, push away from your back and lift as you push. In breath, you hold your stretch. Out breath, you increase it. And neck stretch, head over, palm down or fingers pushing down on the opposite side. And I love this stretch. Just really lengthens the muscle, the tension across the top of your shoulders gets released. In breath and out breath, we push. In breath, hold, out breath. And thank you very much if you joined me today. Go on to have a fabulous weekend, guys. Stay well and just enjoy. And I will be back next week for Fat and Extreme. Take care. Thank you. Bye.